Okay, to pull a Ford radio out, these tools, this is the first set I tried. Spent over a half hour goofing around. These did not work at all. Tried different amounts of insertion, tried swapping the tools. That didn't work. These were some cheap guys on eBay. They have kind of a primitive looking tip. This next set I just got in with a kind of like a, looks like a pellet gun tip. They just pull it out super with ease. So I guess if you get too cheap a tool, it may not work. And here's the radio out. This is the tool that worked, Pacific Accessory Corporation. It was a little bit more expensive than the cheapest guy on eBay. Now that's a set of radio removal tools that didn't work for a Ford. I tried over and over again. That was a cheap set on eBay. I guess too cheap. And this particular set here actually worked. It was a few dollars more. And the ends look like this. Kind of got little tips on them. I tried these for over and over and over again, pushing it in, pushing it sideways. They didn't work. And this was a little bit more expensive set from a place that sells radios and things. This is actually a Mazda radio, Ford truck. And it's got a short in it, but just putting these in here and pushing them sideways undoes the tabs. This particular car, you don't have to pull the bezel out. But this one's got a leak of about 0.2 of an amp. It drains the battery, and I tried with this set here. I probably spent a half hour screwing around with a whole bunch of different, putting it in, looking at YouTube videos, trying over and over again. I even put some oil on the end, seeing if I could remove if there was something stuck in there, because this thing kind of got splashed. This went up to the gear shift here during Katrina to about here. And this sure didn't work at all. But putting this in, I went ahead and tried the old ones here before. They didn't work. And then this is the newer set. That the tip seems to be a little bit more defined. And that, they're a little bit, I don't know if they're a little bit longer. They're not much. But it sure made a difference pulling it out of there. I didn't have, as soon as I bent it over, I was able to go through and get it out of there. And the feature in here that's undoing is here, you're pushing it sideways. So this is the spring, like this. And that undoes, this feature moves in when you push this sideways like this on either side, and then you pull it out. And I tried with these, I tried putting them in over and over again. I tried different amounts of penetration in there, and nothing seemed to work. So if you got a stubborn radio to come out of there, it can be that you've just got a crummy tool. There's the detail of the spring piece that's on here. So pushing this sideways here, while pulling, is bringing the spring piece in like that. And see if they're not engaged, if it's not engaged enough. Now, let me try this older tool. This is the first tool I tried. It seems to supposedly works too, but it sure wouldn't work. And actually, I goofed my hand up here trying to, last week I tried doing that. I pulled to where I was about ready to, you know, pull 100 pounds out. But now with the old tool, it looks like it should work, but evidently there's some feature here that wasn't allowing it to work. or it was just stuck and maybe just had enough crap on it that this one, it's got about the same mechanical advantage. It doesn't make any sense. But this was the cheaper one. This was the lowball guy on eBay. And maybe the little tip features here were just not good enough. This one's got a defined, nice little bullet shape. Almost looks like a pellet gun tip. And that came right out of there. So the stance on this is to pull the sucker out and then look to see what is actually causing the leakage. It draws 0.2 of an amp, so right now the dome light's out. These are the spring deals. This is a little bit better view what's going on here. I'll put the better tool in here. Again, this is a Ford Ranger truck. I'm just trying to show this because when I was looking on eBay, I didn't see, maybe this will help somebody out to figure out what's going on. So if I put this at different amounts of insertion here, if you've got one of these, you might try inserting at different depths. I tried that over and over again. That didn't seem to work. Very strange. But this radio's got a drain of 0.2 of an amp. That actually killed the battery. So I've got the dome light. The fuse on this particular radio, early 90s, goes to the dome light in the radio. So I've disconnected it after I put a new battery in. It got a pretty big spark on it. And so the radio may be just total crap, but I wanted to pull it out and just go through the radio anyways. But it's amazing how much difference another different tool made. I'm very much surprised. One of these things that I didn't have to do anything. I first tried with the older one again this morning. Didn't work like a flip. Put the new one in. Worked perfectly. Looks like the connectors on here, you push this inward, is a release on one, and right here too to get the connector off. It's on a 93 radio. So pushing that in like that, it comes right out. Ford. This radio's from 15th week of 93. There's the antenna jack, which is right here. Those have been made since probably 70 years. And it's got actually the pin out here. Front speaker ground. Surprised the sticker's still good. Memory feed. Well, that's a lot of this particular one, I didn't have to undo the dash, which is kind of cool. You just pull the sucker out of there. There's the glide. It's just the stock radio. This is the tool that worked, Pacific Accessory Corporation. It was a little bit more expensive than the cheapest guy on eBay.